I've been training for this my whole life, and this is just the beginning.
I'm Jeff Crilley, your host, and I'm thrilled to have a longtime friend and future Congresswoman in the studio, Genevieve Collins. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Thank you, Jeff. So happy to be here.
Very cool, very cool. Well, tell us why you decided to run.
Well, first off, I believe fundamentally we need less government in business, but more business in government.
Yes.
And for the last 10 years, I've been helping build a small business from 36 employees to now almost 300.
Wow.
And I just believe that having someone that understands our Texas core values, of family values, of the fact that we're optimistic as well as fiercely independent, which I believe is capitalist, just helps ensure that our country and our state doesn't turn into what this Democrat socialist agenda is trying to push. And I believe that I want to be the tip of the spear.
I love it. I love it. And I love your website. We're going to roll some shots of your website. It's very contemporary. It's very fresh. Remind people you're running in the 32nd district. And where does that stretch?
So the 32nd district is Dallas, Richardson, Garland, part of Mesquite, Saxe, Wiley, and Rowlett.
It's beautiful. So has this been something that was burning in you for a long time? How long had you been thinking about this?
So in our family, service isn't just valued, service is expected. My grandmother was the first woman to ever run for the Dallas City Council and be elected. That was in 1957 when she was 34, and I will be 34 next year, so that's really kind of a nice piece for our family. But, service, like I said, it's expected. I've been advising on education policy for the last 5 years across multiple states and federally. And so I got to see what kind of impact you can make for kids through the legislative process. And I decided, now is the time to really go be in the front side of the curtain, not be on the back side.
Yes, and I love it that so many people across the country who've never been in politics before are being called to serve. Do you feel like they need fresh voices in Washington?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a citizen government, and I think we should have fresh, dynamic, business-oriented voices making sure that we're balancing a budget, that we're really serving the people in our communities because we're closest to them.
One of the things I've been really impressed with is your digital campaign. So you did a very exciting thing with video. Tell everybody about it.
So I was crazy and did 32 videos in 32 days for the 32nd district. And I wanted to do that because I believe that in order to have people understand why I want to run and why I want to serve them, I think you have to build a relationship. And I wanted to invite people into my life to understand who I am, why I'm running, what are my beliefs, why does that matter to you?
Yes.
And then use that as a platform to say, let's have a relationship, and then move over 32 days into now building a relationship of substance and really talking about issues.
I love it, and if you haven't gone to see her YouTube channel or her website, all of the videos are there, and I think it allows people to get to know you. So many times you see somebody running for office, and I think they're trying too hard. They're trying to be plastic. They're trying to be perfect or something, and those videos really allowed us to see the real you.
Thank you. That's what I really wanted to achieve. I'm not in makeup in a lot of them.
Right.
But I mean, the reality is we need to know the authentic person that's running. And I always try to be that in my regular life. And I don't think that running for office should be any different.
Tell me about the campaign trail so far. What's it been like when you're looking in people's eyes and hearing their concerns? What's the average voter thinking about right now?
The average voter just wants to have a relationship and have a voice in their government, not be homogenized and being one and the same, but saying, I'm an individual, I need help, but I also want to have a relationship with you. And these are some of the things that I'm concerned about. Education has been a big component of what every voter in this district really wants to have a voice in, as well as the economy. What I know that Texans can do better than anyone else is create opportunities for ourselves and our community. We don't need more government in order to do that. And having voters be able to reinforce that message has been extraordinary.
Yes, and I know education is such a large part of who you are. Tell us more about your company that you helped grow and why that's changing classrooms.
Well, so my company is called iStation, and we currently serve 5 million kids around the country. And what we strive to do is ensure that every child will get on grade level with their reading and mathematics skills. We blend AI with video gaming technology and high quality animation to ensure that every child is getting the exact instruction that they need at that exact point in time. But we also recognize that you can't just stick a child on a computer and expect them to magically learn how to read through osmosis. So we bring in teachers, and we bring in how do teachers interact one-on-one or in small groups with kids. Because at the end of the day, we have to have measurable outcomes that demonstrate kids are successful. And not all measurable outcomes are a one-shot, high-stakes, end-of-year test.
And you have a great track record in really turning around classrooms. So when you get to Washington, can we look forward to changes in our education system?
Absolutely. That's one of the things that one of the committees I want to serve on is the Education and Workforce Committee. And, what a novel idea having an education expert be a part of that committee. And so that's something you will definitely see when I get up to Washington.
I love it. And in the video that ran just before this show, we see you in the gym fighting. You really do. You need stamina to
yes.
be on the campaign trail, right? There's long days.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, these are easily 19-hour days. I've had a 19-hour day every day for about 50 days.
Wow.
But I love it. It's so invigorating, meeting so many interesting people. It's hard not to be excited and enthusiastic about being woven into the fabric of your community. What gets better than that?
I love it. Okay, so we're almost out of time for this segment. So for the person who's watching this and they really haven't made up their mind yet, give them some final thoughts on how they can engage you, get to know you, and help make their decision.
Well, I'm very active online, and so whether that's on Facebook at Genevieve Collins for Congress or my YouTube page, you can watch all my 32 videos and see many more coming out. I think that what I've successfully done is built an online community in a short amount of time. We've had 100,000 people watch these videos in 1 month. They've watched 200,000 times these videos.
That's amazing.
So I just encourage people to continue to tune in because this is a real genuine relationship that we're building. And it's going to be a 15-month relationship through the campaign. So please continue to give me your thoughts, message me. I respond. I personally respond. So it's not just some team back in Dallas. It's really me. So yeah, that's the best way. And my website is GC for Congress.
All right, we're going to put that up on the screen. And Genevieve, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jeff.
And best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, and that's it for the Jeff Crilley Show. We'll see you next time.